catch me in case I derail here, like always, okay?
I got you covered.
Okay, so this is going to go up on YouTube. These are your weekly horoscopes from Wednesday, 9/11 to Wednesday, 9/18. Aries, what am I getting for you? First thing I'm getting with you, Aries, is hot hands, hot hands. And what that can mean is that you have a lot going on. I feel that this week, especially Wednesday, peaking in the early afternoon and into the late evening, you may have a very, very strong, almost overwhelming desire to manipulate a situation, to get your hands involved in a situation that is not necessarily for you to manipulate. It feels to me like for some of you, I'm talking about a relationship. This could very well be a love partnership, but for some of you, I really feel like I'm talking more about your work and your money. You may see an opportunity. You may see something that you think is yours or belongs to you, and you have a strong inclination to go after it. My feeling with this is that while that is somewhat accurate, it is important that you approach it the right way, or you could end up costing yourself the opportunity. So remember that if this is a community space, like in a love partnership, ooh, Lisa, if this is a community space, like in a love partnership, or if this is a community space, like in a work atmosphere, what we're going to need you to do is to be a little more discreet about how exactly you're going after this situation. Now, on Thursday, I feel like morning and into Thursday evening, you may be hearing from someone who is either immature compared to you or childlike or literally your child. I have somebody coming to you. I feel a lot of feminine energy from this person. This can mean that they're a female. It can also mean that there's a sensitivity level there. I have this person coming to you and needing your guidance. I think it's important that you give that time and that concentration. On Saturday, I have a car coming right at you. I feel like this car represents your own self. And my feeling with this is that you could find that some of the hard work that you put in previously, some of the words that you've said previously, some of the groundwork that you've laid down comes at you full steam ahead, full force, and allows you to either take those opportunities, take advantage of them, and move on up to the next level. Or I would be saying that if it's a little bit karmic, like you've done or said things that you should not have done, it's coming back around. Okay, so you have some processing to do this week, Aries, but I feel a lot of great opportunities for growth in relationships and advancements with your work and money, also with your own self. Taurus, what is going on with you this week? I hear a lot of music. I feel that this is a good week for you to incorporate more of your artistic abilities, your creative talents, even musical abilities in a literal way. Anything that you do that makes you feel as though you're tapping into your creative side. What I'm feeling for a lot of you is like a stamp on a stack of papers. And what this feels like is a completion either of a cycle or of something that you wanted to get off your plate. You wanted to get this off your desk or remove it from your to-do list. If there's something you've been chipping away at, you're going to have an opportunity to finally say, I'm done with this. I'm moving forward. It's over. I'm turning this pile of papers in. For some of you, though, it feels to me like I'm talking more about a relationship. If you've had a nagging relationship, it does not have to be a love partnership, but I would not rule that out. A nagging relationship where someone has repeatedly asked more of you, demanded more of you, always needing something more than what you seem to be able to give. And it went from a place where you were inclined to raise the bar, jump for that apple, please them in some way, to flat out you just being annoyed. I think that this could very well be the conclusion of that cycle. Now, I would not be surprised if this person has been there for a while, whether this be a family member, possibly even a parent, or this is some type of a long-term friendship or committed relationship. You may have to be a little bit stronger in setting those boundaries this week. Now on Tuesday and then again on Thursday, I am hearing the phone ringing. This could be literally the phone ringing. This could also be emails. This could be texts coming into you. Or for some of you, I have you being called into an office. I see you being offered a position or offered an opportunity. The thing is, I'm under the impression that you either don't feel that you're worthy of it or you're not sure if you should take it. This does not feel like a great time for procrastination. Let me put it this way. If I went to someone who wanted an opportunity, if I went to someone who wanted an opportunity at my business and I offered something to them and they acted wishy-washy, willy-nilly, oh, I'm not sure, I would move on. I'd go right on to the next person. So the fact that you have this opportunity and you may be struggling a little bit with your confidence in being able to do it, I feel like put that aside, bring your A game. Thank you. Yes, 100%. Absolutely. Short, sweet, to the point, and take it. Gemini, what is going on with you this week? Gemini, I'm feeling like there are a few different circumstances holding you back. You may feel as though it is a few different circumstances. When I take a closer look at it, and I do want to say you have a lot of maternal influence this week, ancestors, grandmothers, mothers, aunties, coming in and guiding you. Pay attention to your dreams, especially on Tuesday and Wednesday, or them putting thoughts in your head, giving you symbols and visits. I see butterflies. I see winged animals, cardinals. What's going on is that you've maybe given this obstacle more than it deserves, attention-wise. I also feel like you put it up on a pedestal and you've made it bigger than what it actually is. It's not really three different things. It's really one thing. It is affecting three different areas or three different decisions in your life. And what we want is a clear, straight path for you to be able to move forward. That's true. And that's great. And I do feel like you can get that. But for right now, what you need to be concentrating on is keeping your mind steady and focused. On Wednesday afternoon, I have a phone call coming in that's very revealing. So there could be something that was held back from you, a piece of information, a piece of the puzzle, something that you needed to know in order to make a decision, to sign a contract, to move forward, to put down an offer. Until you have that, you're kind of in a bit of a waiting place. I feel you taking that, and if you are focused and it matches with what your intuition had been telling you, you're going to make a smart decision from a place of intuition, not just logic and definitely not your feelings. So pay close attention. On Friday, if this plays out in the way that it really should, I have a lot of breakthroughs going on Friday afternoon and going into the evening. All of a sudden, I have your footing getting freed up. It's almost like you had chains around your ankles or like cement blocks around your ankles and they're gone. Your shackles are gone. You're able to move forward. And I want to say this is no time for wild, crazy speed, okay? It's calm, cool, collected. Stay focused, but go forward. Congratulations on getting free from all of that. Cancer, what's going on with you? Cancer, I have you on a bicycle and I have you going from your past into your free will future and then debating on whether you should circle around again. This is all symbolic. Obviously, that's how I work, right? So I'm going to explain this. Now, when I see you coming up on the bicycle, what I like is that you're riding the bicycle, not somebody else telling you what to do. You are in control. That's what that means. However, you're going from your past, and technically this is behind me. That means skeletons in the closet, unfinished business, stuff swept under the carpet. This is unresolved issues. You're coming from that state of mind and going into your free will future, which is good. However, when I saw you debate on whether or not you wanted to start going to the past again, I feel a very strong no. That's the end of that process. So what you really need to do is to ask yourself this week, and I'm feeling especially a ton of angel energy supporting you in this mental and emotional healing. I'm also feeling like a ton of ancestral support for you in this process. What you need to do is to really analyze whether or not you have processed everything that you were meant to process from some of your recent life lessons, okay? Mostly things that are affecting who you see yourself as being. Who you see yourself as wanting to become, where you came from. So I essentially want you to analyze who you are, okay, where you want to be. And if processing this information one more time, going one more time around the mountain is what's a benefit to you, is that really going to help you to get to where you need to be. You have some baggage that you need to leave to your past once and for all. So you're going to be called almost like to duty. I feel it being a bit of a battle. And I feel like we may actually have some full moon activity coming in here that could make you feel overwhelmingly consumed, okay? Almost like you don't have a choice. You have to look to your past. But really, you've done everything you should. And if this is influencing you either in a relationship with a child or a parent or close family member or a lover, and you've been taking on some guilt, feeling like maybe I didn't do everything I should do, was there something more? No, there isn't. So let it go. Okay, so some karmic cleansing and some cord cutting. Okay, karmic cleansing and cord cutting going on. I do feel, who is calling?
It's these kids on Instagram. There's like 3 of them that keep ruining the feed and keep calling and saying, we're going to call and let us call. Why don't you take our call?
I'm going to stick somebody on them. So here's what we're going to do too, okay? For Cancer, what I need you to pay attention to is that you have a bit of a job expansion opportunity coming in on, I want to say Thursday, going into Friday. Now, this might be something that's offered to you where you're able to either make a lateral move or you would have to stay put and be patient for another opportunity to come around again. You're going to have to make a decision around this time about where you really want to be. If it is a position that's offered to you that you're really not wholeheartedly feeling, but you think that it can help you expand down the road, you may want to consider this. Leo, what do I have going on for you? Okay, Leo, I'm seeing almost like a necklace of prosperity coming in for you. This is a great symbol. This also feels to me like some ancestors who have passed, who were possibly cremated, okay? So keep in mind that they may be influencing you. What I'm seeing is that you're guarded. You're guarded in your communication. You're given additional support. You're given additional, I want to say, wisdom in how exactly you should proceed forward. And I do feel like I'm talking about a job opportunity, a speaking opportunity, some way for you to expand with what you've been doing. So if you're running your own business, this is expansion. This is even networking. For others, I really feel like it has to do with you and your love life, you in communication with your lover. And if we find that maybe you haven't been feeling like the top of your game, you really have an opportunity to do more with this week. The other thing that I'm feeling with you is a little bit of a push forward. If you've been feeling a bit sensitive, Lisa, could you grab me some tissues? Sure. Those paper towels? Thank you. There's some right there too. If you've been feeling a little bit sensitive, you've been feeling a little introspective more so than normal, you feel like you want to hibernate, you've been feeling a little bit like you want to kind of run away and shelter yourself. Thank you. I'm really getting the impression that the universe is going to be pushing you forward. And my feeling here is that you're not getting pushed aimlessly. This is also coming up more, I want to say, Thursday evening into Friday and possibly even Saturday afternoon. If the universe is pushing you to get out there more, to talk more, to be more engaging, for some of you, it's even going to be through technology or a new class, a new opportunity to try something new. Get out there and do it. There's more to this than meets the eye. Okay, Virgo, what do I have going on with you? Virgo, I have leaves falling. I want to say that it looks to me like a change of the seasons. And I don't feel like this is symbolic so much of the fact that we are in the process of changing seasons. I feel like this is really symbolic of where you've been and where you want to go. it doesn't look to me like you're struggling with this a lot. So it's almost like I have the wind blowing and leaves falling. I do, however, have you looking down at your feet, especially on Wednesday and Tuesday. Have you looking down at your feet at these leaves around your feet and saying, oh, I want to hold them. Oh, I want to collect them. Oh, I have to keep these in a jar. I should make something out of this. And I feel like, why? Why can't it just be that the leaf changed colors and is no longer connected to the tree, and it's no longer getting nutrients, and it's time for it to be recycled into the earth? There's something that you don't want to let go of. And it's really important that you're asking yourself some key questions here. How is holding on to this going to make you feel any better? How is holding on to this going to assist you and this other person, okay, or this old situation that's dead and doesn't consider you at all? How is that going to help you grow or even them grow? This is a period of release. Now, if you can do that, I'm really feeling more toward the end of the week, a few opportunities for you to find yourself in what looks to me like a high prosperity position. I want to say power, power, power. I'm seeing you in a red sports car, and I'm seeing you take off and really feel nothing connected to any of that anymore. It's as simple as this: change of a mindset. One thought can alter your entire sense of how you felt, even if it lasted years, and then you're free to go. So as you go forward in this car, what I'm seeing is you pulling down what almost looks to me like some new leaves off of other trees, and they're alive. And this to me feels like food. It feels like nutrients. It feels like prosperity, new beginnings, and two new opportunities. One that feels to me like it could actually be love. The other one that feels like it might be work or travel. Libra, what's going on with you? Libra, I have you kind of getting a little tired in your legs. I feel like you're working. And you're saying, wow, I'm really kind of killing myself here. I hope that this is all going to have good payout. But it's almost as though you've had to work so fast and so hard. You haven't had time to think about any of that. So really what we're looking at here is an opportunity for you to analyze how hard you are working and if you're putting all of your energy in the right areas. I do feel a calming for you. I almost feel like give it another 2 weeks and we'll see that things are just falling into place and are not as chaotic as they have been. I feel that during that time, so again, look about 2 weeks out, you're going to be getting a lot of whispering in the ears. This feels to me like it's coming from your guides, from your angels, from your ancestors, from your higher mind and God. A lot of direction, but all of this direction really seems to be coming in your gut. Now, what that's going to mean, let's go back to where you are right now. Right now, you may be in a position where your gut instinct is not matching with the logic around you. So you're going to have to do some inner work. You're going to have to figure out where you feel in your soul, in your spirit, in your intuitive gut instinct, your life contract is meant to take you. If you are working and putting in a ton of effort and having nose to the grind time, and you're in alignment with your life contract, you're on path with where you're supposed to be, excellent, keep going. But if not, some stuff has to go. I also have a younger sibling. I keep hearing brother. This could also be a dominant female. I have a brother or a friend, or even for some of you, possibly like a father or a parent who's more childlike coming to you and needing your help and guidance. But I feel like don't spread yourself too thin. Okay, sometimes when we think we're helping people, we're really just enabling them to go around and around and around in the same cycle that they've been in. Okay, so don't feed that. Scorpio, I am feeling that for you Friday and Saturday. Okay, Scorpio, what do I have coming up with you? Okay, so this is interesting. I have a cat coming up from behind you and sort of pawing at you a little bit, like on your back. And it's interesting to me because it's on the right side. And what that means is support. It can also mean a bit of a pushing or a prodding. I'm getting the impression from this cat that it's also almost doing it in a playful way. Now, whenever I see a cat, I immediately think warning. Cats, foxes, owls. I immediately think that there could be something going on that you need to keep your eyes open for. Where it seems to come up is two different areas. About 3 weeks ago, possibly as early as 3 days ago, and then again about, I want to say about a month into the future here. It could be as soon as a week, but I think we're talking about double numbers. So let's say a week and then a month again. There seems to be some female or some feminine energy talking a lot. And this person could very well be in your family or your social circle, but for most of you, I'm going to feel this at your workplace. So if there's someone talking and you look at this person and you think that is not productive, why are they saying this thing? And then if they're saying this thing, might they be saying that about me or about something else that could affect me? Yeah, they probably are. So this person is having a way of coming up and pushing behind you and prodding you, leading you into dialogue, leading you into situations where they are then clocking what you do and then reporting back or causing some kind of a stir. Find out who that is. You probably already know or have some kind of an inkling. And I like to say that whenever troublemakers like this are around, I sometimes get a burning at the back of my neck, or my ears will ring, or I immediately feel like I want to shut down. I can't listen to them. I can't remember their name when they talk. I can't hear anything they're saying to me. You tune them out. That's how the body naturally reacts to someone who's out to cause trouble like this. I am also feeling a potential new vehicle for you, or like a signing of a new lease on a vehicle, possibly some repairs, but it really feels like more new toward the end of the week. So also pay attention to that and enjoy it. Sagittarius, relationship stuff going on with you. I'm not saying that you're in a love triangle per se, but for some of you, you might be casually dating multiple people. If you are seeing 3 or more people, or if you find yourself in between a couple different relationships, even 2 that are more current and 1 that is coming up from the past, my feeling here is that this is really more of a time for you to be with your own self. So you really need to figure out whether or not you're bringing your best. Is this for the highest and best that you're spending time with these people? Are we leading anyone on? Are they sort of leading you on? The dynamics seem to be all over the place. And the dynamics really don't seem to be productive in any way. I don't see anything going anywhere with any of these. No, I'm not saying it's a bad, horrible, toxic situation, but I do think that sometimes the universe will allow for distraction to be put on our path. And if we are tied up in those distractions, we're not authentically doing what we should be doing with our own inner work. That's you this week. Now, there is an opportunity for a little bit more influence on your income. I feel like Thursday evening, you may be receiving a call, an email, an opportunity to bring in a little bit more coin, but it also feels to me like it's in someone else's hands. We could say other people's money. It's almost as though somebody might offer you something, but then not fully give it, or they're offering it to you and you're like, okay, yes. And then it's like, where is it? TikTok, you're waiting. Okay. Be patient. Don't take it to heart and don't go spending just yet. Wait for it to come around. Capricorn, what's going on with you? Capricorn, you need to speak this week. You need to speak and you even need to sing. I have grandparents, ancestors supporting you on both sides of the family, encouraging you to talk. I want to say I'm getting Tuesday. I'm getting Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday morning, Friday early afternoon. A couple opportunities are going to come to you where you could really speak out and speak your truth. And I think that if you were going into these situations with an opinion of like, I don't know, it's always the same, it never changes, who really cares? Why should I put in effort? I've been here for 15 years, whatever it is, you just feel like it's same old, you're wrong. It isn't. And you're there for a reason. You're encountering those people on that particular day for a reason. And it's important that you are alert, that you are aware, okay? Be mindful of where you are and speak your truth. If you do this, I have it turning into song. I have actual musical notes coming out of your mouth and making me feel as though you are, I want to say, not only able to raise your vibration, but also influence those around you. I feel really good about this. And like this may bring in prosperity, not only for you, but also your love partner. And if you have children, for many of you, I see 2 people around you that are being positively influenced by this over the course of the next couple months. That will make more sense as we go forward. I'm also feeling like it's important for you, whether it be Saturday evening or maybe Sunday earlier afternoon, to walk barefoot, to do some earthing, to get in touch with nature, or to go to the beach, to go to the water, whatever it is that you need to do. But it's sort of like a symbol of getting rooted and grounded, but it's also cleansing. Okay, so make sure you take time to do this. Aquarius, what is going on with you? Okay, we just got a crown on your head. And I think I'm going to have an allergy attack again, which is not surprising. It is seasonal, it is ragweed, and it is horrific. So bear with me. Aquarius, I have a crown being put on your head. And when I want to say your spirit guides are doing this for you, I get almost a higher up feeling. Like this is almost God influence. Okay, this is like angelic influence. This is the influence of saints. It is some type of a blessing given to you for what seems to be the ending of a karmic cycle, or something that you paid off, or some type of blessing that is due to you. You earned this. This is not falling onto your crown, so to speak. Okay, it's not. It's something that you're also supposed to take seriously. So the first thing I'm hearing with this is, if you're given this, then you are more responsible for the choices that you make, for what you say, for what you do from here on out, for who else you incorporate in to your circle. So if you're given more power, you are given automatically more responsibility. And I do feel that you need to take this seriously. For some of you, I'm feeling a bit of a spiritual awakening, or a kundalini, or a moving up to the next level. Some of you may be going for your reverendship, or you may feel that you want to start giving psychic mediumship readings, or tarot, or helping people with energy work of some kind, yoga teaching. I do feel that this is a great opportunity for you, and it will be. Planetarily, it looks like over the course of the next 2.5 months, you're going to have many open windows of opportunity for you to find your people, find your tribe, find your ministry. Okay, so it's coming to you. I do feel like you need to put a little money in the bank. So I want to go more toward the end of the weekend. So whether I'm saying Saturday, Sunday, sometime around there, even into Monday, you may want to look at taking some cash and putting it away, whether this is for like a future investment, or this is for a rainy day. This is for some things that might come up down the road, and it would be good for you to have. I'm hearing 1 and 5. Okay, that could be anywhere from 5,000 to 15,000 to 500, whatever you have. Concentrate on those numbers. Pisces, what do I have going on with you? Pisces, I'm feeling a little bit of a stumble going on here with you. I feel that there are some circumstances that may have tripped you up a little bit. And over the last 3 days and 3 weeks, you've been analyzing those to death. And you've been trying to escape them or avoid them. I feel that somebody may have said something to you that you may have felt was confrontational. And you may have said, well, I don't appreciate this, like I don't feel that was productive at all, or it's almost like, you want to shoot the messenger. My feeling is that while the presentation may not have been the best, some of what they said to you was valid. And even if you don't like any of it, it really is the case, given where you work or where you're training or the people that you're with. It's irrelevant whether or not you like it. That's the way of the system. So you're going to have to analyze it, and you're going to have to say, am I willing to work with this, or am I going to kind of, run for the hills? My feeling with it is that you're supposed to be there, and this is for your own self-growth. This is for your growth, not only spiritually, but also in a sense of community, having to do with social skills, all kinds of things, which will eventually affect your money as well. So we really want to follow through. If you escape this, you'll be slapped in the face with it again. Same identical lesson in a different way. So there is no real running from this one. I do also have you on a little bit of a track, and it looks to me like the kind of thing that a roller coaster would be on, but it's almost like you're going in reverse. You're trying to go forward. You're hoping to go forward, but you're saying, I don't know where this roller coaster is taking me. What I like about this roller coaster is I don't see any major drops. Okay, so this shouldn't be a tumultuous ride. However, you do have to push and propel forward in order to get to the end of the ride. And it is right around the corner because I can see it. But if there's a cycle that you want to end, if there's a job that you were supposed to discontinue, if there's some kind of a communication or a relationship that you really feel is over and it would be for your highest and best good to push this thing forward and release yourself, you're going to have to give that push because there is interest in keeping you there. Okay. All right. Good luck, everybody. Have a great week. I will be putting up your monthly horoscopes for October.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Wolf.
October here soon. Okay. Within the next couple days, I'm going to get those rolling. But September monthly horoscopes are already up on YouTube. Please do subscribe at Ask a Medium. And thanks for joining. We will see you for the next Ask a Medium show on Tuesday, the 24th at 9 p.m. We are about to get into the questions. Okay. Do we have...